Tonight, we have exclusive video of an assault rifle holdup at a South Miami-Dade business. CBS 4's Brian Andrews has a story for us. He's live at the Homestead Police Department. Brian?
Elliot, frightening for employees of this cash for junk metal business, but heartbreaking for the manager, who was more worried about what her people had just been through today than the money that was stolen.
Teresa Rabasa has no idea what trouble is about to turn the corner just before lunchtime. Look, a man in black points an assault rifle. Another makes his way for the cash drawer, and another with a gun goes for the back.
Eso fue bien rápido.
Muy rápido, very fast. The security video system caught the whole thing and the masked men and their dash away with the cash. Multiple cameras shooting multiple angles.
Approximately $2,900 worth of cash and a wallet from a female employee's purse, which also contained about $300 and some credit cards and all.
Manager Ana San Roman shook her head in disgust. She was in tears as the video played. She says her recycling business has just been open for 3 months.
One of my employees quit because he's afraid for his life. And I'm upset because I don't want to put them in any danger either.
I can tell you're really upset about this. This is your family's work. You care about these people like they're your own family, and they had to go through this today.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
Homestead police say they're following some very solid leads to figure out the identities of the gunmen who got away on foot from a business just trying to help people in this area who are going through tough economic times.
Most of our customers are people that are just struggling to make a living because of the economy and the way that it is, and you know, it's a shame that this is the way that the world is. If we shut our doors because of something like this, you know, it's not us, it's everybody that depends on us, you know, so it's just a bad scene all the way around.
A brazen robbery with intimidating firepower, a moment Teresa Rabasa, here from Cuba, says she'll never forget.
Un desagradable momento.
A horrible moment, she says, but what's worse, they stole all her IDs, her driver's license, and all of her money, the money belonging to the business, and all of the money she says she had as well.
The manager of the business was a bit reluctant to speak to us for this story tonight because she was worried, well, what are people going to think? You know, is this going to negatively impact what we're trying to do here in Homestead? And I told her, don't worry. There are some wonderful people here in South Florida who want to see you succeed, regardless of what you've been through and what your employees put up with today. Can we please help this woman find some justice and help the Homestead Police Department find these bad guys who held up the place? The number to call is Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS, and there could be reward money in it for you if you help crack the case. Live in Homestead tonight, I'm Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News Tonight.
As CBS 4's Brian Andrews shows us, snail mail smuggling is a growing illegal business.
This is a baby shark?
It's a shark jaw.
It's amazing what comes in the international mail.
Sometimes they buy it just for the trophy, sometimes it's for religious reasons.
And you can't send this in the mail?
No.
Because this could be considered trafficking in an endangered species.
You can't send this either?
No. Anything that's animal parts, it could be tainted with all kinds of things.
This is just an example of what stopped each day from being smuggled in mail from overseas.
We're seeing a lot of marijuana seeds in the mail, in letters.
Seeds that are prohibited, others considered a threat to our agriculture.
It's out of Colombia. That's unusual, by the way.
Sometimes the contraband is easy to find.
Just yesterday, we got a kilo of cocaine coming from the islands.
In other cases, it's hidden. Even the mundane gets a second look, like a spool of string, in the event there's something hidden inside.
Para tu cumpleaños, for your birthday. Oh yeah, there was a gift inside. Look at this. This is like toilet paper, and hidden underneath, in this case, are seeds that came in from Central America. Why in this day and age of smuggling are people sending it in the mail?
Probably the most economical way. And nobody gets caught, or very seldom gets caught.
That's because it's hard to trace.
In some cases, they can just drop the package inside a regular postal bin in that foreign country with enough postage.
You don't know who's really sending it. And in many cases, it's being sent to a fake name.
They send it to the address and they got somebody watching the address, you know, the mailbox or something.
The search and scan of the international mail is both high-tech and low-tech, using canines and searches by hand 7 days a week.
It seems like every other day there's a new trend being established. When it's not counterfeit watches, it's cigarettes in the mail.
You may not know that it's illegal to send cigarettes by mail, and inspectors say it has clearly become a big business.
In that country, this pack of cigarettes sells for $1. Here in the United States, they're selling for $7 minimum.
They're also seeing a lot of prescription drugs from other countries coming in by mail.
While it may be legal in that country, there's a good chance it's not legal or safe here.
I thought people understood everything was illegal to mail drugs, but then I came here and I found out otherwise.
Intercepted mail is referred for investigation. Other searched mail is resealed with green tape and sent on its way. On special assignment, Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News.
CBS 4's Brian Andrews has the story from Miami Beach tonight where several people have been arrested.
Miami Beach police call it apple picking, and we're not talking about the fruit.
Police say apple picking could happen anywhere because when you're on the phone, you are distracted, and the thieves are counting on that so you don't see them coming.
They jump out of a car, they rip it out of their hands, or they put a gun to them.
I don't know, I'm kind of nervous. I always hold on to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on to it tight.
Yes.
Okay, and you're always aware when you're walking down the street talking on your phone?
No.
Peter Trubetskoy had his iPhone stolen at gunpoint outside a South Beach club.
He tried to take the phone from me, and I hesitated in the beginning, and that's when I realized I had a gun to my head, so I gave up the phone. It wasn't worth it.
Beach police say there has been a spike in smartphone thefts, turning into strong-armed robberies.
Oh, it happened to me.
When?
During music conference. He left me in the street for dead. I don't know how I got home.
This is a very valuable thing you're holding, and it just takes a quick 10 seconds and they're gone, and they just made a quick buck off of you.
Police say a stolen iPhone 5 can fetch upwards of $400 on the black market. And it's booming business for the thieves and those who are helping to reprogram the stolen devices.
Obviously, there's somebody making money besides the person selling. They're selling that phone to somebody. So that's when the investigation is going.
Just this past weekend, police making 8 arrests for apple picking on Miami Beach. Young men who they say conspired together to go after locals and tourists for their smartphones.
That's just the beginning. We suspect we're going to have more arrests.
Peter isn't sure he'll ever see his smartphone again.
Maybe I might one day, but not anytime soon, I don't think.
Police say that if your smartphone is stolen, do not call your service provider and disconnect because they need your phone number to keep working so they can track the device and try to figure out the identity of the people who took it. Reporting from Miami Beach, I'm Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News Tonight.
CBS 4's Brian Andrews has the story from outside the Pike House tonight.
Tonight, the Pikes are at the peak of a scandal here on the FIU campus that underscores the importance of thinking before you post something to Facebook.
Allegations of marijuana cookies and the peddling of prescription pills like Adderall line the exchanges sent to CBS 4 News. Exchanges on hazing, vandalism, drug sales, sex, loaded with language you'd expect college kids would have left behind in high school. Because of all this, FIU says the Kappa Gamma chapter of the Pi Kappa Alpha is on interim suspension, not allowed to hold meetings or events. And it's serious. Law enforcement has joined the university investigation into possible violations of the Student Code of Conduct. Earlier, we paid a visit to the Pike House on the FIU campus.
Hey.
Hi there.
Channel 4.
Sorry about that. Right now we can't.
Is there anybody we should talk to?
As the door shut, he uttered an expletive, a 4-letter word that appeared to be all over the alleged Facebook messages that now have this fraternity under investigation. This week, an email sent by anonymous.truth189 arrived in our newsroom inbox. I wish to remain anonymous, but I would like you to bring this matter to light, he wrote. This email contains 70 attachments claiming to be screen grabs of conversations from the Pikes' private Facebook page. It claims members of the organization were selling and distributing drugs to their own members and other students in the Greek community in what was referred to as the Pike Pharmacy. The email details allegations of hazing, vandalism of another frat house on campus, and nude photos of women posted on the Pike page, which may include naked images of an underage girl. The Pikes emailed a statement saying they had no previous knowledge of this Facebook group and that the local chapter has assured the international fraternity of its full compliance with the temporary suspension and subsequent investigation. It's not the first storm for the Pikes on a South Florida campus. In 2011, similar problems involving shenanigans forced the chapter at the University of Miami to suspend its operations. That chapter won't be fully reinstated there until spring of 2014.
FIU issued a very generic statement saying that there is an investigation underway. It did not go into specifics, but we are led to believe the investigation is focusing on all of those dirty goods that came out in the laundry of Facebook wall postings that were sent in that giant email to the CBS 4 newsroom. On the FIU campus, I'm Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News Tonight.